Hey, it's Donovan Delore from Long and Foster Columbia again, and today I just want to talk about a topic that seems pretty obvious, and if you've ever used an agent before, you probably already know how it works, but for those who haven't used an agent before, you may hear a few different versions of how it actually works, and that topic is how are realtors paid exactly. So just to start with the basics, real estate agents are paid totally off of commissions from sales. That means they're not paid on an hourly basis, and they're essentially in business for themselves. The thing a lot of people get confused about is who a realtor's paycheck actually comes from. To answer this question, we have to look at how it works when a house is listed on the market for rent or for sale. Before a listing agent places a property on the market, they're going to negotiate a sales commission with the owner of that property. The amount of this commission will vary, but it can be something such as a percent of the sales price. And there's no going rate for what the amount of commission will be. There's no set rate that's used between real estate agencies. It's negotiated on a case-by-case basis with the owner of the property. After a defined amount of commission is agreed upon by the seller and their agent, or the selling agent slash listing agent will put a portion of that commission, what's called on the street, which essentially means that they're going to offer a portion of the commission that's taking to any other agent that brings a buyer that will ultimately buy the house. Or if it's a rental situation, they're offering a portion of their commission to any agent that brings a tenant who ultimately leases the house. So just to clarify how this actually works, let's talk about it as an example. So if seller X lists their home with agent X, seller X and agent X will agree on a set amount of commission. So let's say, for example, 5% commission. That means agent X is charging seller X 5% commission, 5% of the sales price to sell the home. Let's say the amount of the commission that agent X is willing to offer or put on the street to any other agent is 2.5%, or half of what the total commission will be. If agent Y brings buyer Y to the property and buyer Y ultimately decides to buy the property, then agent Y will get that 2.5% that agent X put on the street. So that means agent X is paying agent Y 2.5% for bringing that buyer that bought the home. So as you can see, it can get a little bit complicated when other parties are included in the mix, but the watered down version of how it works is that the listing agent gives the buyer's agent a portion of their commission if the buyer ends up buying a home. Now, a buyer's agent is also going to have their own agreement with their buyer about what amount of commission they want to receive as well. But if a buyer's agent is only asking for the same amount or less than what the listing agent is putting on the street, then the buyer will actually not be responsible for, or they won't need to pay their agent anything because the total commission that the agent will receive will be covered by the seller. I feel the correct amount that should be placed on the street would be the same amount that I would want to receive if I was the buyer's agent in that situation. So a good agent will put the same amount on the street as they would want to be paid if they were the buyer's agent. So a lot of people looking to buy homes don't realize they can, use the services of a realtor for little to no money at all. Now, there's also going to be other fees included, such as inspections that you'll have to have, and there'll be some taxes, other things. But generally, when I sit down with buyers, I give them a sheet that outlines the expenses that they'll be responsible for outside of the commission, so they can have an idea of what they're going to need to be paying for when they buy a home. I hope this video is helpful, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to hear them, and I'd love to help. Thank you so much.